Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another SEcontentengineers server survival playthrough. And we are introducing our transportation, our home on wheels, the whole center of this Holiday on Pertum chapter of this playthrough. So, while we were away, off camera, I created this little guy, and I should say created this little guy. I built this little guy. I had done it in the creative mode and used our little desert outpost up there to build and get them set up. So this is RV-01, and the reason for that nomenclature should be pretty evident. The 01 is because there are going to be multiple of these. When we reach our final destination, which will be the Pertum City Center, where we will build DB's RV Oasis and Park. And this is going to be the first RV to get there, because we'll be taking it. So this is a small grid, of course, ground rover. And let's go through some of the things. There are some changes to the original design, which I will go over. And then I will turn on the projector to show you some of the unfinished pieces that will be put in place once we get to the city center. But this is basically supposed to be reminiscent of a cab over type, or class C, if I remember that correctly, RV. And we have the basics. So there is our driver's seat, passenger seats, we have our survival kit, we have an oxygen tank, and we have a cryopod, so we don't have to keep respawning. We have a little desk area here. We've got a couple TVs with some valuable information. We've got some interior lights, air vent to pull in oxygen. I am dealing with one inconsistency from the creative world, where I was able to get this airtight, and so far I have not been able to get it airtight here. I'm not really sure why, but it is what it is. This light here is turned on the interior lights. From here you can see we have an awning, which is our solar panel to help keep us charged. Started off with one small battery because I actually planned on using a hydrogen engine, which we do have a hydrogen engine, by the way. It is in there. That's right. Big V6, V4, whatever. Anyway, nice visibility. I think it did a pretty good job of resembling one of these type of RVs. Of course, door there. Gotta step up. Went with this design here because I knew it was going to be low to the ground. We were going to have to be careful. These are 2x2 wheels. I want there to be some realistic challenge to driving this. Anybody who's driven an RV, and I have driven an RV several times, know that they can be challenging. So we'll finish the walk around and then I'll show you what you saw in the background there. So in the back here, you notice there were no storage containers in there. That's because we don't have any. You move around in an RV, you've got limited cargo space. You got living space, but limited cargo space. So we've got our little niche here with a storage unit to throw extra parts and such that we come across. But we're really going to be kind of building our rest stops as we go. This, of course, is temporary. Had a strange phenomenon going on, clangism, that seems to have worked itself out once I raised this off the ground. But again, got our connector here so that we can create a power station to charge up our batteries with, and that's our front. During travel, can grind down this solar panel and place it in the storage unit, and go from there. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, shadow approaching. So let's take a look at the top. I tried to mirror some of the things that you'll commonly see on RVs. We, of course, have a satellite dish. And normally you will find air conditioning units on top, which is what I've tried to emulate here. We actually start out, this is a hydrogen tank to provide hydrogen for the engine. I actually had two of these up here. But then I didn't have an O2 H2 gen. So this is what we got. Swapped out that hydrogen tank for this O2 H2 gen. To create, those are our two, we'll say, faux AC units. And that's what we're looking at there. So, what is the purpose of all this? Well, we're on holiday. We're on a caravan holiday or an RV holiday. It just so happens that when we spawned here, we spawned almost on the other side of the planet from where we need to go. Where are we here? Let's see. That's right. City center, 48.67 kilometers, almost on the opposite side of the planet. So guess what we're going to be doing? We're going to be caravanning. That's right. For the foreseeable future, this series is going to be based around our travels as we try to get from where we're at all the way to the city center. Any of you that have been on Pertum may be aware that Pertum has a particular landmark that can be very challenging. I call it the Gorge. Some people call it the Crack, Canyon, whatever. And I believe it circumnavigates the planet. I don't know if there is a place to cross. So we may have to find a way to build a crossing across the gorge if we are unfortunate enough to be on the wrong side of the gorge. So that will come up. Another thing, again, 2x2 wheels. We do not have a ton of ground clearance. That's why I had to put the jack on here to get this thing up off the ground to double check some of the things I was seeing underneath. So we're going to have to be careful driving. Pertum can be pretty taxing on ground rovers, but that was the whole idea of the planet. So we're going to have fun. Hopefully, we can keep this little guy together long enough to get to the city center, check in to our soon-to-be constructed RV park, plop ourselves down, plug in, and set up, we'll say, partial full-time residency. Tell me what you guys think of that idea. I think this is going to be fun. I think it's being good. If you got suggestions, anything like that, of course, let me know. Throw it in the comments, and I will definitely look forward to that. So, I just wanted you guys to see what our primary mode of transportation is going to be as we conduct our holiday on Pertum. And let me know what you think. Like I said, it's currently called RV-01. I'm not opposed to changing that name. If you've got a suggestion, throw it in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll do a separate video for what you see here. Dun dun dun. Anyway, we'll get to that another time. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I will talk with you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And always, always be safe. Remember, close that visor. Don't forget your dampeners. And I'll see you on the other side. But until then, I should go.